Good day, St. Lucia. How is everybody doing? Welcome. And we are riding the storm. My name is Kishma Serie, and we are enjoying the warmth of home while we are monitoring the tropical, well, it's now a hurricane, Elsa. So let me give you an update as we receive from the Met Office. And of course, you guys could always join us on Facebook. Okay, so as of 8 a.m., hurricane warning is now in effect for St. Lucia. Tropical storm Elsa has been upgraded to Hurricane Elsa as of 7:45 this morning. You know, St. Lucia is currently experiencing the effects of the outer bands of Hurricane Elsa. And at 7:45 today, the center of Hurricane Elsa was located near latitude 12.9 degrees north, longitude 59.8 degrees west, or about 111 miles, or 178 kilometers, east-southeast of St. Lucia. Now, maximum sustained winds have increased to near 75 miles per hour, or 120 kilometers per hour, with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecasted during the next 12 to 24 hours, followed by little change in strength. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 140 miles or 220 kilometers, mainly to the north of the center. Now, tropical storm Elsa is moving towards the west-northwest at 28 miles per hour or 44 kilometers per hour. And this motion is expected to continue during the next couple of days. On the forecast track, the system will pass near St. Lucia or over the Windward Islands later today, and it will move into the Caribbean Sea later tonight. Today into tonight. Elsa is expected to produce rainfall of 3 to 6 inches, or 76 to 122 millimeters, with maximum totals of 10 inches, or 254 millimeters across the Windward Islands, and of course the southern Leeward Islands as well. This increases the potential for landslides and flash flooding. So residents and motorists in areas that are prone to flooding and landslides are asked and advised to take the necessary precautions. Hurricane warnings have been issued for Barbados, for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and of course, St. Lucia. The tropical storm remains in effect for Martinique. Tropical storm watches are in effect for Grenada and its dependencies. Now, the swells generated by Elsa will affect the Windward Islands today. Small craft around St. Lucia are strongly advised to remain in port. Residents are also advised to stay away from the beaches. The St. Lucia Meteorological Services will continue to closely monitor the system, and the next advisory will be issued at 11 a.m., which is roughly 2 hours from now. Our forecaster was Lemuel O'Shaughnessy from the Met Services. So guys, welcome to Riding the Storm. And one of the things, just give me a moment here. One of the things we wanted to do was cover the storm as much as possible. but do it in such a way as is typical to us at GVD, in a nice, comfortable family, good vibe kind of setting. How is everybody doing this morning? I have missed you guys, but welcome. So we're having, and I don't, no disrespect to anybody named Elsa, but I'm getting a lot of Frozen vibes, let it go from the whole thing. So we're at a category 1. We initially started off as a wave and then a storm, and of course now a category 1. Now some of the safety aspects, just give me a second here. Some of the safety aspects is that we have to consider. If you do have to evacuate, how do you evacuate? Where do you go? Are you aware of some of the emergency shelters that may be in your area? So all of these things that are so very necessary. Please just give me a moment. I'm just sending a link. So if you are asked to evacuate the area that you are in, then you need to do so expeditiously. You need to do so quickly. There are always things that you need to carry with you. So your documents are one. Ensure that they are in something that is waterproof, airtight, as damage-proof as possible. So I would not expect you to carry a safe, but a nice Ziploc bag, something that would allow for your documents to stay dry and safe works. You have to factor in if you have anybody in your home that has medical, specific medical issues. So whether it be a special diet or just medicine generally, then these are things that you need to carry with you. These are things that you need to factor in. Water, generally a rule of thumb is 3-day supply of water for any storm. General rule of thumb. The 5 gallon, that's pretty. So the 5 gallon, is it 5 liter? 5 liter bottle? Yeah, with the handle, 5 liters. So you want to cater at least one of those per person. Turn all your appliances off, but that's the beauty of a main switch. Ensure that your power is turned out. Any hazardous material is, put aside. And generally you proceed as quickly as possible to the shelter. So that is in terms of evacuation. Now, some of the, every time we have a storm or a tropical wave or any weather system, we're often told to, get supplies, stock up on supplies. And oftentimes we're kind of wondering what exactly it is you stock up on. So we know the typical cricks. Everybody knows cricks. Sometimes I feel like cricks has cricks and the weather services are buddies, cricks. But everybody knows crackers, because of course crackers are a staple, they, steady. So crackers for sure. Canned stuff that you would need to carry in terms of food. So a first aid kit, your basics in a first aid kit, you want to have band-aids, you want to have plasters, you want to have cold compresses, you want to have heating packs, you want to have tweezers, you also looking to have, of course everything has to be sanitary. Some sanitary napkins, because these work not just for us ladies, but they are awesome for trauma dressings. So any major laceration or gash, it's perfect for that as well. So these are some of the things. So you need not buy a first aid kit, you can create your own. These are some of the things that you want to carry at all times. So your heat, cold, hot packs, cold packs, trauma dressings, these you can make, gauze, cotton, plasters, bandage, tweezers, scissors. That's your go-to. Of course, alcohol or hydrogen peroxide works as well. So that's some of the things that you want to have in there. So we're looking at food, canned foods. Ensure that you walk with a can opener. I mean, now most of the tuna fish have this pull back, but canned foods, safe bet, a can opener. The bottled water, we established each, I think it's 5 liters per person. Battery operated radio, flashlights, the medication we spoke about, special diets, and of course if you have babies, that is something that needs to be factored in if you have babies. Most persons my age or older are very familiar with flasks. you know. The younger persons maybe not so much so, because everything is pretty much expeditious, microwave. But especially if you have babies, it serves you to invest in a thermos. Well, thermos is the brand, but a flask, hot water bottle. So whether it be thermos, whether it be whatever the other brands are, but it pays to invest in a flask. So you always have, generally you have a 24, the really, really good ones, you have a 24 to 36 hour span where the water would stay at that temperature. So it allows for you to have, whether it be for bottles or whatever the case is, your sterilization tablets. This works not just to clean what you're using, but in the event that you need to, it goes past 3 days and you need to sterilize water for you to drink. So very safe food for babies, things that are easy for them to consume, especially if they're not breastfeeding. So that has to be a priority, because whereas certain things you can consume, they wouldn't be able to. So whatever the meals are, whatever you can factor, catering specifically for babies and young children as well. Of course, Corona provides its own unique challenges if you do have to go into a shelter, because, well, it's Corona. So even all of that, ensuring that you keep your immune system boosted, ensuring that you maintain your PPE, or personal protective equipment. So all of these things have to be factored in. So this is some of the things you're looking at if you have to leave, or even if you, in terms of the first aid kit, just your basic first aid kit for home, basic food supplies for a hurricane or a storm. Okay, even as we go through, I think we generally, as a populace in the Caribbean, we love rain, we love knowing what's happening. There's something called serounophilia, something like that. It's loving lightning and thunder and seeing it as beautiful. So typically we have, when there is a storm, sometimes the eye passes over, so there's that period of calm and everybody's out and everybody's looking, everybody wants to know what happened. And that is something that we have to be very careful with. Okay, you have, especially the report that I read did speak about flash flooding, and that's one of the sometimes even after the winds have gone, you're gonna have flooding, because we are, outside of Dominica, we are one of the more mountainous islands in the Caribbean. So you're going to have a lot of rain at the top and then it's gushing down. So you have flash flooding, you have landslides. You have to be very careful of stagnant water because it could be electrified. You may have a down power line, the water is. So it's something that you generally have to be very, very careful with. We've had, I know of persons who in the middle of a storm have gone out of their homes to secure their roof, that kind of thing. These things are just generally very dangerous. And it's something that you need to take extra precaution. Okay, the roof can be repaired. It's going to cost money, but it can be repaired. You, on the other hand, no. So we have a beautiful lower third going on the screen now as to what is happening with Hurricane Elsa. Now, you guys are, one of the things we would love for you to do is let us know what is happening in your neck of the woods. We know it's still relatively early and things are kind of, but let us know what's happening. We've had power surges here, strong wind, of course rain. But if there's anything, you could let us know on our Facebook page, or you can always give us a call. Now, I don't know what rain and storms mean to you, but I think it's almost a tradition for us as St. Lucians that anytime it's raining, and it doesn't even need to be a storm, there are certain things that are just automatic. There are certain staples in a household when it comes to rain, right? So for example, whenever it's raining heavily, lunch automatically is a bouillon. Like that's it. If you can add some dumplings in there, and lunch most of the time is a bouillon. Based on the time it starts to rain, breakfast may be normal, but dinner is always a bake. So whether it's a roast bake and a fried bake and a cocoa tea, and maybe that's why I like storms. I'm starting to think it may be a food thing. But nevertheless, so generally, that is the tradition in St. Lucia. You know, we run outside, we enjoy the water, we enjoy the rain, we bathe in the rain, and then we have nice, comforting food afterwards. Okay, so this is where we're at with Tropical Storm Elsa. Now I don't know how many of you remember this. This is an enamel cup. See, so I'm having some spiced tea with some tea bag. I stole this from my mom. I hope she's not watching this. She might ask me to bring it back, but you know. Everything tastes different in enamel cups, just like when you cook on coal pot, everything just tastes different. And rain kind of gives that feeling of warmth and childhood and the need to take things in that are warm. Which reminds me, some of our children, because some of us were, some of us still are, but some of our children, the thunder and the lightning are scary for them. The wind, especially when it whistles, are scary for them. And that is something that we kind of have to be considerate of. Because too often we kind of brush it aside, you know, like, ah, it's just the rain, what do you scared of? And you know, allow persons to have their idiosyncrasies, have their little quirks, whatever it may be. And it's like a perfect opportunity for you to snuggle with your daughter, snuggle with your son, snuggle with your significant other. You know, I like the phrase 20 toes, no clothes, and all kind of pose. But yes, but I'm choosing. We at GVD, we're choosing to be optimistic and upbeat about it. I mean, we could take the route of it's a storm and now a hurricane and oh my God, but nature's gonna do what it's gonna do. You know, you kind of just have to let it pass and then deal with the aftermath. Prepare yourself as best as possible. Nature is going to do what it is going to do. Anxiety won't help. Fear won't change. Negativity won't dissuade. Nature is going to do what it's going to do. So you might as well have a cup of tea and allow her to do her vibe. You know, there's a beautiful quote that says, I find storms calming because it reminds us that every now and again, nature also needs to scream. So yes, so guys, I'm gonna, give me a second, let me just look at your comments online. And we take it from there. Some of the safety. All right, so yes, so again, we're gonna do a brief review of where we're at with Tropical Storm Elsa. I'm sorry, Hurricane Elsa. I think I had already wrapped my head around Tropical Storm Elsa. So Hurricane Elsa, Category 1, as of 7:45 this morning, it is now Tropical Storm Elsa. Okay? So guys, we are going to be with you throughout the course of the day. We're going to keep you informed. You are free to call us. The number is on the screen. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. Like I mentioned before, we here in Migu South. It's been, you know, pretty calm, minus the surges in electricity. I think the electricity has been, I think this is the second time that the power has been shut off. Can you hear this? No? Okay. Yeah, the wind it's definitely strong. Yeah, that wasn't the hurricane. but it's definitely picking up. You know, I'm looking at the trees just swaying. Definitely picking up. The electricity is out. So we are, as always, finding ways to bring the life to you one way or the other. Now we're doing it mobile. So please feel free to give us a call, and so we know what's happening with you guys. Okay. All right. Now we're going to take a short break, and so we can get some stuff done, because yeah, it's picking up interestingly. So we're going to take a short break, and we will be back with you in a moment.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to Vieux-Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email caribbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Vieux-Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Vieux-Fort Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays on most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opui, Ernesto vai depois.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide, from containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield, Vieux-Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Riding the Storm, our own storm tracker. And of course, my name is Kishma Serie. So we were discussing Hurricane Elsa, and we received an update that it was upgraded to Category 1 hurricane as of 7:45 this morning. So I'm going to read the update again for those of you just joining us. Now, a hurricane warning is now in effect for St. Lucia. Just before I go further, I want to say, awesome good morning to our friends in St. Vincent, and those of you who are watching from Antigua, Grenada, Balata, how are you doing? How is everything on your end, Balata? How's this storm affecting you? Doris Joseph, good morning, my darling. How is everything? Rosanna, Nikki, you guys, welcome. And yes, so the tropical. Let's go back to the update. So a hurricane warning is now in effect for St. Lucia. Tropical storm Elsa has been upgraded to Hurricane Elsa as of 7:45 this morning. St. Lucia is currently experiencing the effects of the outer band Hurricane Elsa. And of course, we understand that a hurricane moves in a circular direction. The eye is the center of lowest pressure. And of course, the band's on the outer part. So we are currently experiencing the effects from the outer band of Hurricane Elsa. At 7:45 a.m. today, the center of Hurricane Elsa was located near latitude 12.9 degrees north and longitude 59.8 degrees west, or about 117 miles or 178 kilometers east-southeast of St. Lucia. Maximum sustained winds have increased to near 75 miles per hour or 120 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Some strengthening is forecasted during the next 12 to 24 hours, followed by a little change in strength. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 140 miles or 220 kilometers, mainly to the north of the center. Now, Hurricane Elsa is moving towards the west-northwest at 28 miles per hour or 44 kilometers per hour. And this motion is expected to continue during the next couple of days. The system will pass near St. Lucia and over the Windward Islands later today, and it will move into the Caribbean Sea today into tonight. Elsa is expected to produce rainfalls totals of 3 to 6 inches or 76 to 152 millimeters with maximum total of 10 inches to 254 millimeters across the Windward Islands and the southern Leeward Islands. This increases the potential for landslides and or flash flooding, so residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslide are advised to take the necessary precautions. Now, hurricane warnings have been issued for Barbados, for St. Vincent, and a tropical warning remains in effect for Martinique. Tropical storm watches are in effect for Grenada and its dependencies. Swells generated by Elsa will affect the Windward Islands today. Small craft around St. Lucia are strongly advised to remain in port. Residents are also advised to stay away from the beaches. The St. Lucia Met Services will continue to closely monitor the progress of the system, and the next advisory will be issued at 11 a.m. So this is the latest update on Hurricane Elsa. Okay. Now, what we have been discussing is I'm sorry, my phone was just for a bit. We have been discussing is safety. So we've been discussing some safety tips and just having a general discussion for those of you who are joining us just now. Whether it be for security, we did advise that if you do have to evacuate, there are some things that you do need to grab, but the vast majority of stuff should remain. Security-wise, we do advise that persons turn off their main switches to ensure all outlets are off. You could go and single-handedly turn off the outlets, but the advisory is that you just turn off the main switch as much as possible. Of course, secure your stuff, your valuables. If time does permit, you could always take a pic, but take the things that you need most: your ID, your important documents, medication for those members of your family who may require it, and as well as food for persons with special or various dietary restrictions. So this is some of the advice that we got from Need for Security when it comes to securing your property if you do have to venture into a shelter. Now, it's important to know the places that are shelters in your area, especially if you live in an area that's prone to flooding, prone to landslides. We experienced a couple weeks ago what had happened with the Badalil. So we know there are advantages to living in one of the more mountainous islands, and there are disadvantages as well. So that is one of the things that we're advising persons to do. So ensure you secure your stuff. Now, one of the things that we had been discussing before the break was typically you're told about a first aid kit and you're told about getting hurricane supplies. But that's generally very, very vague. We're told that when the hurricane season hits from 1st of June to November, this year I think started in February, and there are certain things that over time there are certain things you know. But let's do a short list that generally will keep you up to date. For us in the Caribbean, I'm having just a little issue with my screen, but for us in the Caribbean, hurricanes are just a normal part of growing up. Hurricanes, storm watches. Anybody who is, say, 5 years old has experienced a hurricane in the Caribbean. Yeah, let's say 5 to 10 years old. I don't think there are countries that have not experienced, or have, well, maybe not a hurricane, but have experienced some kind of tropical waves, tropical storm, tropical depression in the Caribbean. And it becomes, so as you can see on our screen, the trajectory of Hurricane Elsa at Advisory 1. So you can definitely see the areas that are in line for it. So we do have Barbados, which of course, St. Lucia, St. Vincent. These are the areas that are on hurricane watch. Then you have Grenada and you have Martinique, which are the areas that are on.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to Vieux-Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email caribbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Vieux-Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
Ernesto's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Vieux-Fort Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opui, Ernesto kay depuy.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide, from containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield, Vieux-Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram, or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
Back to riding the storm. Now, we do apologize. We were having a few drops. Just so you know, we're blaming it on Elsa. But we have some of our beautiful friends, counterparts in the other Caribbean islands. And I believe we have 2 videos that we would like to show you as to what exactly is happening. We have one from Barbados and one right here in St. Lucia. Just a general update on what is going on with Miss Elsa. So I hand over to my technical team. Okay, and we have a slight delay. So that was, is that Barbados? That is, okay, that is in St. Lucia. So that's some of the damage that we've had, and we invite you to do that. You know, you are free to take some short clips and send it across so we can let persons know generally what is happening. Okay, so we have some roof damage thus far. Yes, and do we have the one from Barbados? Now, of course, you can reach us on 726-9914. So you're free to send us, just give us a general idea of what's happening. So as a result, we can have a general idea, not just us, but persons by extension. To those persons who are reaching out to us from the UK, I want to say good morning to you. Or in your case, I guess it's afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those from the US, Canada, various Caribbean islands, we do appreciate the love, the support. Thank you for the prayers. Those of you who are praying for the safe passage of the hurricane and minimal damage, we really, really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. And so we're here monitoring, and while my technical team gets everything set up, we were discussing the basics for a kit, for a home, for a hurricane, for a storm. The basics. So we spoke about any major supermarket you set aside for that purpose. Curious beings as human beings, but there are things you should stay away from, like stagnant water. This can be electrified because you may have a down power line and the water is electrically charged. So stagnant water, stay away from. Quick flowing water, please do not dive in. Just basically taking care of you and yours. Unless the all clear is given, then you are advised to stay away from drinking regular tap water. So as we mentioned previously, you are looking at your 5 liter per person for the 3 days, for the 3-day period. Okay, now guys, we are going to continue to update you. We are trying to get everything set up with regards to the video from Barbados. So it's interesting technology in the storm. So yes, how are we doing with the video? Pardon? Okay, so and I apologize for the breaks. It's we're kind of having a delay with everything else happening. Again, we're blaming everything on Elsa. So just the general stuff to look out for. Now, please, if your roof is flying, like we saw in the video, if you've lost your roof or any part of your house, please do not venture outside and attempt to repair it on your own. I remember a couple of years ago we had an incident similar in Auger, and this gentleman had, there was a hurricane, and this gentleman had climbed on his roof and was attempting to, nail it down because I think a few sheets of galvanized had flown, and he fell off the roof, and the relatives, of course, called for the ambulance, and we could not get to him because there is a hurricane, and that's the thing. Whenever you take these risks, whenever you take these chances, you are putting other person's life at risk as well, because persons now need to venture to provide aid to you for something that is easily avoidable. And in instances where you have firefighters, you have nurses, you have police, you have persons who are generally responsible for security, you have media personnel, hospital staff. These are persons who are going to be at work, whether there is a storm or no storm. And incidents like these, they always put persons under pressure. We've done search and rescue, because of course you spent quite a bit of years as a firefighter, search and rescue, and you've had drownings and you've had things that could have been avoided. You know, had persons just paid attention, because again, like we mentioned before, nature is going to do what nature is going to do, irrespective of how you feel about it. And it's also fickle. It's not something you can predict what is coming, but there's no way you can predict how it's going to, what it's going to manifest as. So you can say to me, so let me give you a typical example. You can say to me, a vehicle is moving at 60 miles an hour, and this other vehicle is moving at 40 miles an hour, and they've collided, right? So there's an MVA, there's an accident as a result. And of course, EMS will tell you that you had 3 accidents. You had vehicle hits object, you know, body hits vehicle, organs hit body. So you had the accident. But it is impossible. You can give me a general idea for you to tell me exactly what is going to happen as a result of that impact. So you can say to me, hey, you're expecting fractures, you're expecting, you know, possible internal hemorrhaging, you're expecting a punctured lung. But it varies. Do you understand what I'm saying? So even if you can say to me, hey, listen, Hurricane Elsa is moving at, I think the last one was 75 miles an hour, and she is moving at, so the winds are 75 miles an hour and 70 miles an hour, and her speed is 28 miles an hour. So that's 2 things. She's moving at that rate with wind spinning at that rate. So you have a general idea what's going to happen. But it is impossible for you to predict the details. So it is so important that persons pay attention, because the details are what's going to mess you up. The devil is in the details. So when it seems calm and you figure, okay, you can venture here, and then you don't factor in the rise of the river, or do you understand what I'm saying? So it's so important for us to allow nature, stay out of her way, ensure that you and your family are as safe as you can be, and you will deal with the repercussions thereafter. And as we were mentioning before, anxiety won't curtail it, fear won't halt it, and agitation won't derail it. It is going to do what it is going, remaining safe, remaining vigilant, until you are in a position to go see how you're going to fix what has been damaged. Okay, so even if, so the persons who, it's a lot of time and effort and resources that can be otherwise allocated. Okay, so in that regard, so we've covered what you would need. And oh wow, so the rain is coming down here. It's very windy, and you guys feel free to let us know what is happening on your end. You are free to send us some videos, and we can definitely just, you know, have a tete-a-tete with each other and see what how everything is impacting various persons in various locations. Due to the fact that we are live streaming mobile, you know, we having a little, and everything going on, we're having some slight delays. But yeah, so Barbados and St. Vincent, our family and friends that are in that area, please let us know what's happening. You know, St. Vincent has had a hard 2021. They have. With the volcanic eruptions, the increase in COVID cases due to persons moving into shelters, they had subsequent deaths as a result, not from the volcanic eruptions, but from the increase in the COVID cases. And now the tropical storm. I do have some really, really awesome friends in St. Vincent. They were the ones who, you know, kept us updated when there was a volcanic eruption. So we've gotten videos from them, and, you know, voice notes, and just general happenings. And so definitely going to check on them to see what's been happening. So as we stand right now, Barbados, St. Vincent and St. Lucia are on the hurricane warning for Elsa, and Martinique and Grenada, it remains a tropical storm warning. Okay, Now guys, we are going to continue to keep you updated, but we are going to take another break and just find out what else is going on, so we have some more information to give you when we get back. You guys remember to stay safe, and we are riding the storm.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to View Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Beaufort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email carrotbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane, Beaufort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
And Nestor's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opri, and Nestor kay dey pou you.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide. From containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield View Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global integrative of transport logistics from Sheerness, UK to View Fort St. Lucia in shipping, documentation, administrative procedure, loading and unloading operations. We also offer courier, small package service, customs brokerage, ship agency, freight forwarder, consolidator, and accounting services. Visit them today on New Dock Road, Beaufort, or call 454-1200 or 7198837. PAX is effective, efficient, and reliable.
Real estate transactions are now made easy. Whether buying, selling, or renting residential, commercial, industrial, agricultural, or touristic property, we offer the best deals in real estate transactions with professional support, including valuation, material sourcing, and construction. Contact Ed Harris and Associates, your courteous and efficient real estate agents. Call 485-1456 or email carrotbiz@gmail.com.
Do you need to copy or print your document? Are you in need of insurance? Are you looking for office stationery? Stop. Yes, LMP Services on Clark Lane View Fort has all the services you need. They open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or call 454-8757 or 721-8757 for affordable rates, reliable and effective customer service with a difference.
And Nestor's Auto Parts, located on the Labrie-Viford Highway, is your place for auto parts. We have suspension parts, mounts, brakes, shocks, and so much more.
We specialize in accessories like mats, batteries, horns, lubricants, and much more.
We're open from Mondays to Saturdays from 8 to 5 and Sundays and most holidays from 8 to 1.
L'opri, an esto kay dep pou you.
What do you need to transport? Call the hauler. At M&E's Trucking, we offer a wide range of services island-wide, from containerized movement, flatbed service, and lowboy transfers. We're located at Beanfield View Fort. Our skillful professional drivers are ready to serve you. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram or email us at vibration711@gmail.com. Call us at 488-1000. We're ready to serve you. M&E's Trucking Service, a powerhouse ready to haul.
PAX is the agent for Caribbean Line, which offers an effective alternative for global.
Guys, welcome back to Riding the Storm, and we are opening the lines for you. Of course, we are basically just tracking Hurricane Elsa. The storm has been upgraded to a Category 1 hurricane, and we are, in essence, finding out what is going on in your neck of the woods. Now, the lines are open. You can always give us a call. I think it's interesting not only for you to tell us what's happening, but persons can also give their various experiences with hurricanes over the years, if only to make other people aware of the dangers. Because we kind of have a thing in St. Lucia where we have been very lucky, and we ride on that luck streak where hurricanes are concerned. We have had, of course, our moments, but generally, most of the damage that we have would be from water damage, flooding, land slippage, etc. So we have been lucky, and we have definitely, taken advantage of that, so to speak. But we are encouraging persons. You can definitely give us a call. Let us know what is happening on your end. I saw that some of you have some electrical lines that you've seen sparking, etc. And definitely just give us a call. Let us know what is happening on your end, and so everybody can be aware of what generally is going on. Which aspect or which side of the island is being affected most by the storm. Okay. Now again, just a brief update. As we see on the screen, that Hurricane Elsa, it has been upgraded to a hurricane from 7:45 this morning. The winds are at 75 miles an hour, and the storm is moving at 28 miles an hour. Did I get that right? Yeah. Yes. So, like we mentioned, there's two movements, because as we know, the hurricane is circular. It moves in a circular direction, with the eye being the center of lowest pressure. I think my geography teacher would be proud. And the bands on the outer side. So you have the speed at which the winds are moving within the hurricane, and you have the speed at which the hurricane itself is moving. So this is the projected path of the hurricane, as you can see. So Barbados, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, this is the projected path. These are the areas. The areas in red are the areas that are under hurricane watch. Martinique and Grenada have been on the tropical storm watch, because of course the outer bands can definitely impact those islands. So as you clearly, so it is moving quickly. Like we mentioned earlier, the advantage of that, according to the meteorologists, is that you hope that you don't have as much flooding, because the speed of the winds within the hurricane is a cause for concern, where flooding is concerned. But the fact that it is moving so quickly, you're hoping that it gets by, gets over you as fast as possible. And as with everything else, we also need to recognize that as much as this is impacting us now, if it continues to pick up speed and it continues to strengthen its winds, then it's definitely going to become worse as it goes up the chain of islands. But as it stands now, it is definitely Barbados, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent that are in the path of Hurricane Elsa. And like we were mentioning before, you definitely just allow nature to do what nature is going to do. Step out of her way, ensure you and yours are protected, and you deal with the aftermath. So no heroics, no going to dive, no trying to repair the ceiling. We know that the farmers are going to be experiencing some damage. Anytime you have strong winds, you're going to have some crop damage. That is unfortunately the nature of it. But we do hope that that is not sufficient reason to not take the necessary precautions, because as painful and as expensive as it may be, the option of building back always exists as long as you are there to build it back. Okay? And what we traditionally do as St. Lucians is our bouillon, our bakes, and our cocoa tea, and that kind of thing. But guys, please feel free to give us a call. Let us know what's happening on your end. Let us know what's going on. If it is something that it's just the wind and the rain and a little bit scary, but not devastating and not damaging. Okay. So again, thank you for the press. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the encouragement. Whether here or abroad, it impacts all of us. We are very much a global community. We're very much united. You know, we all have relatives, various aspects of the world. So anything that impacts one of us would automatically impact all of us. But with regards to Hurricane Elsa, she is moving at 7. You know, you kind of have to give due diligence. She's moving at 28 miles an hour with winds at 75 miles per hour. So it's pretty quick winds. And, you know, luckily she's moving at a quick enough rate. Imagine if she had 75 mile per hour winds moving at, say, 10 miles an hour. It means she's slowly destroying everything. So we're grateful for the speed at which she's moving. The idea is that she gets past, she gets over quickly so that we don't suffer the brunt of Elsa. Okay. Of course, we're extending our support and encouragement to the persons in Barbados and in St. Vincent who are like us on the tropical storm, on the hurricane warning, my mistake, and St. Vincent, Grenada, and Martinique as well. A lot of us have relatives in Martinique as well. So just generally looking out for each other as much as possible. The Caribbean has always had that beautiful togetherness. You know, there's a natural disaster, this country sends aid, this country sends support, that kind of thing. This has generally been how the Caribbean has operated. I hope that never changes. I hope we continue to function in that same realm and construct of brotherhood and sisterhood, all while hoping that we are spared, because we are our brother's keeper. We really are. You know, a group of islands, you know, little dots on the map. We, right? So please let us know what's happening with you guys. You can send us a video on the number is on the screen. You can let us know on Facebook, or you can give us a call. But just before we end, there's another update that is due in an hour or so. So likely we will be giving you guys that. But just before we culminate, just want to give you one more update. As you can see on the screen, that Elsa is now a hurricane. She's at Category 1. She's moving at 28 miles per hour. Her winds are at 75 miles an hour. She's projected to be passing over St. Lucia during the course of the day. From this morning, the outer bands have been, I've read it a few times, so I think some of it stuck. And she's passing over St. Lucia. She's anticipated to hit the Caribbean Sea and by tonight. But as it stands from this morning, we are currently experiencing Hurricane Elsa at Category 1, wind speeds of 75 miles an hour and moving at 28 miles an hour in towards the west-northwest. Yes? All right, beautiful. Now, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to our Riding the Storm. I really love that name. I gotta give it to my technicals team. I really love that name, Riding the Storm. It has so much you can play with. Pardon? Okay, there's so much you can play with, whether it be riding an emotional storm, a physical storm, or the literal storm. I like the name, Riding the Storm. But yes, so we are currently in Mico South. What's happening now is very strong winds. It's actually not raining now. It was raining earlier, it's not raining now. Just really strong winds. overexcited animals. And we're just playing it safe. We're staying indoors, and we are giving you the updates as they become available to us, whether through video or through information. We were telling you earlier about some do's and don'ts. We were telling you about your first aid kits, what you should have on hand, making one from home, just the basics, and as well as carrying other things with you in terms of food, canned stuff, water, 3-day supply, medicine, baby food, that kind of thing. I believe my technician is currently trying to get something set up. So, yeah. Oh wow, that's some strong wind. Okay, so we do have someone on the line who's going to give us a little bit of information as to what's happening on their end. Is she ready? Hello? Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
Hey, how are you? Okay, I'm not sure if she's hearing. Can you hear me?
Ishmael?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
Hello?
No. I'm hearing her clearly, but I'm guessing she's not hearing me. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Hello? Okay, I guess we have some issue with her hearing on her end. Hello? Wow. I think the wind is making a phone call. Can you hear me, caller? If you can hear me, maybe you could just let us know what's going on. Nope. Hello? Hi guys, I'm not sure what's happening. Clearly this person, we can hear them, but they're not hearing us. I am not sure why. Hello?
Oh my God.
Hello? Hello? Okay. Well, this was a client from the north, so we were interested in what was happening there. But sorry, not a client, a caller. But I guess she may have to call back. Yeah, she may have to call back. But guys, while we're blaming and fixing things as a result of Elsa, feel free to give us a call. Let us know what's happening. Let us keep each other informed as to what's going on. Then it makes it easy for us to render assistance if needs be. It makes it easy for us to put things in perspective and have a general idea as to the impact and the damage that Elsa is significant wind. I've gotten a few, I have gotten a few videos, a few pictures of, of course, trees being ripped from their roots. Some of them in Monrepo. I've gotten some pictures from Mark of downed trees as well. So just the video that we got earlier of the roof. So just a general idea as to the damage that is being caused. Of course, it's still early. It is 10 o'clock. It's about 10 minutes past 10. So it's still early into the storm as we observe and as we monitor it. So we're going to try to see if we can get the caller on the line again, and we go from there. Alright, so just bear with us, guys, while we try to get this. One of the things, so I'm going to take this opportunity to do a... Hey, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, but we don't hear you now.
Alright, fantastic. So how's everything? How are you doing? Are you staying nice and warm?
I wish it's extremely windy right now compared to this morning. It's kind of scary right now. But
so what's happening on your end?
In Granavia?
Pardon?
Well, surprisingly this morning it wasn't raining, but now the wind has picked up compared to this morning. Mm-hmm. So it's extremely strong right now. It's foggy, and the rain just started, so that's our current situation right now.
So more.
I don't know if you can hear the wind.
Yeah, it was earlier. I thought that's what was calling the wind. Yeah, I did hear it earlier. So what kind of damage are you guys looking at? Oh, I'm sorry. This caller is calling from Grand Riviere, Mont Sepa in Gros-Islet. So what kind of damage are you guys looking at now?
Nothing at the moment, nothing due to my knowledge. I mean, apart from the strong winds, I really haven't heard anything.
All right. Fair enough. So that seems to be across the board. Not as much rain, but a lot of wind.
A lot of, yes.
All right, wonderful. Well, so that you have a beautiful one. Stay safe, and if anything, give us a shout, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So yes, guys, that was our update from Grand Riviere. So that was Mont Sepa in Grand Riviere, Gros-Islet. Strong winds, similar to what we were saying here, very little rainfall. She mentioned that earlier they had some rainfall, but since then it has been just significant strong winds. And the rain is now, now coming in. But generally that's what we're experiencing in Micoud South as well. Okay, so you guys feel free to let us know what's going on in your neck of the woods, and we take it from there. Now, as you can see on the screen, I mean, storms are beautiful, chaotic but beautiful. As you can see on the screen, it's moving towards Barbados, St. Vincent, St. Lucia. On the weather channel, but it's still pretty much where it was a little earlier. There's not been any major change to the report, and I know that the Met Office is going to issue something about in about 45 minutes. So there have not been any major changes. The current information is still The wind speed is still at 75 miles per hour, and the hurricane is still moving west-northwest at 28 miles an hour. Okay, so that is pretty much where it is. Elsa is expected to move towards the central and western Caribbean over the weekend. So Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Hispaniola, Jamaica, and Cuba are expected to see heavy rainfall and strong winds from this system during that time. Now, we all know the hurricane belt in the Caribbean, but we know that traditionally what happens, you know, the hurricanes form in the ocean. Most hurricanes form in the ocean. And the warm waters of the Caribbean, you know, definitely helps. Plus the trade winds from Africa definitely creates that beautiful environment for them to form. But as they move from the Lesser Antilles, as they go towards the larger islands, typically what happens is they pick up steam. So they pick up steam, they pick up speed, they pick up momentum, and they become more properly formed. So you have, when the hurricanes have hit us in the Lesser Antilles, they're generally not as organized. You know, it's still pretty much a large mass, but as they go further, as they go higher, then what you typically find happening is that they become a lot more organized in their shape and their form and their wind speed. And then it becomes, you know, a force to be reckoned with. So as a result, by the time they hit Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Cuba, Florida, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, these islands, in the case of Florida, this tip, then that's usually where you get a lot of damage, because they have gotten all the conditions that they need, built up the momentum, and gotten nice and formed. So it is, even now, Elsa is projected to, you know, hit Cuba, Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, you know, and generally. So you'd have a hurricane forming here, and probably at a Category 1, but by the time it gets to, you know, Jamaica, or it gets to Florida, it's already at a 4 or a 3, you know, because of the conditions that allow for that nice formation of it. So we're typically where it starts to form, or it kind of gets we're almost like the test drive space for hurricanes, you know. So definitely it is something to be watched, because even after Elsa has gone past us, you know, the damage is not done. She will continue until the hurricane has expelled, for want of a better term, expelled its momentum, often leaving so much damage in its wake. Okay. All right, just give me one moment. Okay, so we're just waiting on a report from Grenada. We have some videos and some photos as well as to what's happening on that end. As soon as that is done downloading, then we will make it available to you guys, so we can generally see what is happening. Because again, brother, sister countries, we have been having each other's back for a long time. Generally, we know what we go through. So and even as we're monitoring Elsa, we're also aware that there are other systems currently forming, you know, in quick succession to her. So it looks like over the next couple of days into weeks, we have some interesting activity happening. I think it's, we're looking at a projection here. So it's saying early Saturday morning, Saturday PM, we're looking at the Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Cuba, and Miami is looked at early Tuesday into Wednesday morning. So that's the projected path of Elsa. So even now, she's moving quickly, which is good. But if she becomes more organized, if she slows down for any reason, yeah, if the wind speeds increase, if the speed slows down, so any change right now can be so catastrophic. So we definitely have to submit our intentions and prayers for us and the other Caribbean islands as well, because we know what it is like. We've all suffered, whether it be Ivan, whether it be Maria, whether it be Debbie, whether it be Troth, whether it suffered damage from hurricanes. We've all lost lives, and as a result of that. So it's so important to be supportive, to be encouraging, and to remind each other that for the most part, the hurricane is going to be around for a few hours. That requires you, unless you are asked to, that requires you to leave your home or leave your premises to venture out in the middle of a hurricane. You have, everything is flying, everything is moving, it is so potentially dangerous to be out there. So we encourage persons as much as possible to remain indoors, remain secure. If your house becomes compromised for any reason, a part of your house, and you're still able to move to another part, do so. If you do have to move to your neighbors or someplace else, please do so expeditiously and as calmly and quickly as possible. Generally, your shelters would be community centers, schools, churches that are sound, that are structurally sound within the various communities. These would be what your shelters would fall under.